Okay, today we're going to be exploring Scratch Junior, and we're going to be completing a task called making a race. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to this plus button here to start a new project. Once I have my new project up, I actually don't want to use this sprite, so I'm going to hold my finger on this guy. Oh, never mind, we'll wait until after and then maybe I can do it then. So the first thing that we're actually going to do is to create a background, and you're going to see this little background button right at the top of your screen. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to have all these backgrounds to choose from. So you can choose whatever kind of background you want to have your race. I think you can have some fun. Maybe these guys are racing outside. Maybe they're racing in the snow. Maybe they're racing underwater. I'm going to have my race happen on the basketball court. So I'm going to select the one that I want, and I'm going to hit this little check mark up in the top corner. Okay. Now I'm going to select my sprites. And the sprites are the characters that you're going to animate. So again, on the side, I'm going to see this little plus button. I'm going to select this plus button. I'm just going to move my camera a little bit so you can see it better. Select that plus button. I'm going to see all these different sprites that I can choose from. And I'm going to decide who I would like to have race. I think today I'm feeling a little snaky, so I'm going to select the snake. I'm going to hit this check mark up at the top. Okay. Now I can move the snake where I want. So I'm going to have the beginning of my race to be over at the side here. But this sprite, the cat, which is sort of like the sprite that Scratch always starts with, actually I don't want to use the cat today. So I'm going to hold my finger and press, and when I see that red X, I can click on that and it'll be gone. So I'm going to add another sprite. I think I'm going to have 3 racers today. I feel like a snake racing a frog has a lot of good potential. And I'm going to move the snake up to the top. And my frog. And I'm going to pick one more sprite. Maybe a bat. Feeling a little like Halloween today. Okay. This is definitely going to make for a good race. So now that I have my 3 sprites selected, I'm going to work on animating them. And depending on which sprite I have selected in my side menu, that'll be the one that I'm building code for. So I'll start with the snake. You want to make sure that the snake is highlighted at the top. The first thing I'm going to do is go to this code in yellow, and I'm going to pick this green flag, and that means when this green flag is touched, the code will run. Okay? So we need that every single time we're going to be building a code. Then I definitely want my racer to be moving forward. So I'm going to click that forward button. And then, see if you can find one on here that you think looks like your sprite is racing, someone who's moving fast. You're right. If you think it's this one, you've got it. Just going to put those together. And I think I might want, the order matters anytime we use the code. So I think I might want to say that my character, my sprite is racing forward. I think that's the order that I would want to give my instructions. And then I'm going to add my end. Okay, so that's my code. There's a few things that I want to play around with here. So let's just check. If I touch this green flag, I should see the snake complete the code that we just gave it. Oh, and it did. Geez. I want to go all the way to the end of the court. Do you see any way with your code to make the snake go all the way to the end of the court? Maybe pause this video for a second and see if you can figure that out. Okay, hopefully you've realized that if I touch on this arrow, I can decide if my snake's going to move fast, medium, or slow. Now, I guess I should think about who I want to have win this race. I like Snake. I think Snake could really win this race. Okay, but I think snakes eat frogs, so I think the frog might be more motivated to win. So I'm going to say the snake goes at a medium pace. And then when we pressed the green button, it really didn't move very far. I think I maybe need it to move. I wonder if I need to go 10 times that length to the end of the court. Let's try 5 and see what that does. And I'm going to test. Anytime I want to test it, I'm going to touch this green flag. Ooh, I would say that's about halfway across the court. So instead of 5, I'm going to double that. If I have to double 5, that would be 10. So I'm going to change that to 10. Let's check. Oh, not quite. All right, how about 13? All right, that's pretty good. So here's my code for snake. Done. So next I'm going to go to frog. And I think I had said frog, I think, would be running away from the snake because snakes eat frogs, I'm pretty sure. So if that's the case, he's going to be pretty motivated to move. So I'm going to move, start with my flag, go to move forward, but I'm not going to connect it yet because I've got to pick this little racer guy. And I'm going to make my changes. I want him to go as fast as possible. And we realized from last time that it has to go 13 and then stop. So let's test it. Oh, and the frog definitely wins, except that the snake made it farther than the frog. So maybe I need to adjust this. There we go. Now he ends at the same spot. I like that. Okay. Now bat. Here's the thing with bat. I want to have a little bit of fun. A little bit more fun. I'm going to say that bat's a little confused about where to go in this race. Maybe doesn't like being inside of a gym. Not too sure where to go. So I'm going to have the bat race. And I'm going to have it go forward. But then maybe, what are some fun tricks I might be able to do with bat? Maybe pause this video for a minute and see if you can find some fun ways to make bat go in a couple different places in this race. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have bat go about halfway across, which we thought was about 5, but bat's a little bit smaller than snake, so maybe I'll say 8. And I want to make it look like bat was really crushing this race. He was going really fast. And then gets about halfway across, and then what can bat do? I'm going to say, I'm going to have bat turn left once, and then go forward 3, and then go up 4, and then stop. Let's see what that looks like. Whoops. Yep, that definitely got confused. So I think I could have some fun playing around with this a little bit more. I think I might go back and have bat go down. Maybe down 6. I'm going to continue to play around with bat until I'm happy with my race. But for right now, I've completed the task. I have 3 sprites racing, and I have a clear winner being Frog. I hope that he can stay away from the predator snake and live to see another day. Okay, once you're done this task with me and you finish the tutorial, have some fun creating your own background and animating 3 new sprites. Be creative. Maybe go underwater, maybe have a race in outer space. See if you can animate at least one of your racers to do some pretty funny stuff. Enjoy exploring.